Good morning, my dear students. This is Kiran Kumar Rachevani. Today we are going to discuss about the population. The population, pivotal element in social studies. It is the major impact of nation. If the peoples are sound-minded, the peoples are well educated, the peoples are innocent, the people has a lot of creativity. So automatically the nation should be developed. If the peoples are ignorant or illiterates, the nation does not be developed. So the population growth, one of the important major cause in India. Day to day our population increasing. Once upon a time our population only 18.1 crores. According to 2011 census, our population increasing up to 121 crores. Once upon a time India population only 18 crores. Now it is increasing up to 121 crores. So now present 2020 our population increasing up to 137 crores. So it is the tremendous development in the growth of population. So the population growth will arise the number of problems, such as the population growth major cause of poverty. So the India most of the people suffering with poverty. The poverty cause coming from population growth. The population growth arise the one problem, poverty, and second one is the unemployment. Most of the educated fellows did not get the any jobs because our population is high. The government try to give the generate the employment sources, but it is impossible because day to day our population are growing. So one is the poverty problem, second one is the unemployment problem, third one is the shelter problem. Shelter also one of the major problem. Next fourth one is the food problem. Next one is the sanitation problem. Sanitation also problem. Next one is the peoples create the pollution. The pollution one of the reason population. So we want to develop our nation, we should be control the population growth. So for the first census started in India 1881. When was first census started? Census started in India 1881. So recently census 2011. Next we are going to collect the 2021 another census. So the census we are going to door to door survey, and the employees are going to villages and take the action door to door survey. For example, the employee going to one family and consult the one family, take up the information of what is the occupation of family. So who is the head of the family? So what is their economic qualification? What is the education qualifications? What about their shelter? What about their economic status or financial status? Each and every information collected in the name of National Population Survey. So the government of India is going to collect the information in next year 2011. So on that survey we are collecting some information such as occupation related issues, shelter related issues, education qualifications related issues, and land related issues, and gender related issues, gender male or female, and the group of peoples, the people considered as a children or middle age or old age peoples. And next the village has a proper economic status or, and at the same time the people belongs to which region and the peoples belongs to which religion also, and the people speaking Hindi or Urdu or Telugu. So the total information coming from survey, that is the National Population Survey. Next, why does the census show? The census showing the categorization of people in India, such as three categories. One is the children, second one is the working age, and third one is the old age people. And entire Indian nation or any other nations peoples categorized under three areas. One is the children, second one is the working age, third one is the old age. Generally who consider as a children? Who consider as a children means the who have a 0 to 15 age. Who has a 0 to 15 age, they are treated as a children. Normally they belongs to students. And they need helping for parents and safety or security from parents, and they need food and they need education and they need helping and safety, they need food and education and clothes and everything provided by working age group. The children depend on the working age group. The working age group is the parent of children. The children did not earning any rupees because their age is under 15. Next we are going to discuss about working age. The working age considered as a 15, who has crossed the 15 to 59 years. The entire Indian economic system depend on the working age, because the working age group people has a power to earn the money. They have a power to do any work in society, and the above people, children, and the below people, old age people, depend on the middle people, that is called middle age people or working age group people. They are earning money, so the money is useful to thyself as well as their children as well as their parents such as mom and father. Next we are going to discuss about old age people. This is the last age people. Generally the people who are working in government sector, their position is retirement, they are gaining pension from government. So the other peoples are working in agriculture sector or unorganized sector, they are working up to death, means 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, their fitness are supported to their body, up to that area they are ready to work. And next, what do you mean by sex ratio? Next to discuss about sex ratio. What do you mean by sex ratio? Define the sex ratio, important question. So the number of female for 1000 male is called sex ratio. According to 2011 census, our Indian sex ratio 940:1000. 940:1000, and in our society 1000 male equal to 940. So what is the deficit? 60 female people's deficit. So in our India there is a low sex ratio state, that is the Haryana, only 870:1000, 870:1000. So what is the question? In India, which state secure the least sex ratio? That is the Haryana. What is that figure? 870. So what about our state Telangana? Telangana has a sex ratio 988. So which state has a positive mode? That is the Kerala, 1040. So compared to other abroad countries, that is the USA, so the USA has a 1050 1050:1000. Compared to India, the USA enrolled the better position. So compared to USA, the Kerala has some similar or nearer to USA. What about Haryana? There is a lot of disparities, lot of difference between Kerala to Haryana. So the sex ratio also important to social element. So it is the major indicator of the our development status. Next to literacy rate. What do you mean by literacy rate? That is the important question. Who are considered as a literate? What do you mean by literate? Define the literates. A person who has a age of 7 years and above. A person who has a 7 years and above, who can read, write with understanding. Who can read, write and understanding, they are treated as a literatures. They are treated as a literatures. So in India, 2011 census, our literacy rate is 74.04. In that, the male literacy rate is 82.14. So the female 65.46. Compared to male group, the female group has a 15% difference. So the female education also one of the important social indicator in India. If the girls are well educated, they will look after their children. So the government should be focused on female education compared to male education. So what about developed countries? For example, USA, Canada and Australia, literacy rate 99% to 100% to 97%. Compared to the Western countries, our country has only 74%. The India should be increasing 90 to 95% literacy rate. Next, changing in population size in India. That is another topic. Changing in population in India. So the changing in population in India depend on the three factors such as births, deaths and migrations. Births and deaths and migrations. So what do you mean by birth? What do you mean by birth rate? First discuss about birth rate. So the number of live births for 1000 for a year, and in a single year number of live births compared to 1000 for a year in India, so that is the 29 members. So second one is the death rate or deaths, death rate and deaths. So what is the death rate? Same, the number of deaths for a year compared to 10, compared to 1000 people in a year, our death rate is 10. So we subtract that. So birth rate 29 minus death rate 10 equal 19 equal. This is the difference of the population in India in single year. We are taking the 2010, suppose 2010 to 2011, suppose our birth rate 29, our death rate 10. So subtract that, 19. So the 19 members for 1000 people, and in 1000 people we are added 19 members to our population in single year. For example, it take 10 years, 19 into 10 is equal to 190 members in 1000 people. In 1000 people 190 members are added to our nation population. So that's why our nation population day to day increasing. So in percentage means 19 our population growth by compared to 1000 members, in percentage 100. 19 by 1000 into 100 is equal to 1.9. This is the nation population growth rate. Our nation population growth rate 1.9. So the changing in population depend on the birth rates, death rates and migration. So migration means, what do you mean by migration? The people moving one place to another place for searching for jobs or employment or education sources. So the migration also divided into two categories. One is the in migration, second one is the out migration. In migration and out migration. What do you mean by in migration? The other people enter into India and settle in India. This is the example of in migration. The Indian peoples are going to abroad, that is the out migration. The people enter into our country, in migration. Our people going to other country, out migration. So the population size, how to calculate the population size means the population latter date minus population earlier date. Population latter date minus population earlier date. Population latter date means present date. For example, present our population in a village 1000. And for example, we are take the X village population 1000. This is the present population of X village, and earlier and last year population 900. What is the difference? 100. The 100 is the another population added to X village. Present population 1000, earlier last year population 900. What is the difference? 1000 minus 900 is equal to 100. 100 is the added population to our village. Okay, next. So for example, the population size is increasing. What happened? Population size increasing means the village population increasing, and some people added to our village, our population size increasing. Example, the birth rates are increasing, population are increasing. The death rates are increasing compared to birth rates, the population decreasing. Clear? Number of people are births, no deaths. So the population may be double, and we are secure the people, we are giving the hospitalization, no more deaths in our country. Automatically the birth rates are increasing, number of people, number of kids added to our population. That's why the birth rates are increasing means our population increasing. Birth rates stop, death rates increasing, population decreasing. Clear? For example, in migration in more compared to out migration, population increasing. Compared to in migration, out migration is increasing, population decreasing. Okay, next one is the population change. Population change. The population change depend on the two factors. One is the number of births plus number of immigrants. number of births plus number of in-migrants minus number of deaths plus number of out migrants. For example, we take the X village, same story. X village lo number of births 100 plus number of in-migrants 12 members, total 1112. Number of deaths 5 members plus number of out migrants plus 2 7 సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయండి, అప్పుడు ఏమైపోతుంది 105. The 105 is the actual population of X village. So in that we are calculate the number of births plus number of in-migrants minus number of deaths plus number of out migrants equal to actual population of village. So this is the story of population. So last one is the what is the fertility rate also. What is the fertility? What do you mean by fertility rate? Means define the fertility rate means the number of live births in a woman in specific period, length of time, or the actual period of women. For example, the actual period of women is 100. So the actual period of women 80 years, but the woman has a capacity to fertility up to 45 only, up to 45, 18 to 45 means 20 years the woman has a capacity to fertilate. So so the how many kids are giving that her means 1961 in India 5.7 kids, approximately 6 kids added to our nation. So it decreasing up to 2011 only 2.9, present status 2.1 only, and the family has a 1 kid or 2 kids only, because we are following the family planning. So the last topic is the population density. What do you mean by population density? The number of peoples living in a unit area. The number of peoples living in a unit area is called population density. According to 2011 census, India population density is 382 per square kilometer, 382. So what about which state has a highest population density in India? Bihar 1102. This is the first state. Which state has a least population density? Arunachal Pradesh have a 17 only. So what about Telangana state? The Telangana state has a population density 307 or 307. So in India, mostly the cities or urban areas has a more population density compared to rural areas. In villages we did not we have a lot of place compared to urban area. That's why compared to urban area, the rural areas has a low population density. Compared to rural areas, the urban or cities has a lot of population density. So this is the lesson. In this lesson, what are the important questions? So question number 1, what is sex ratio? In this lesson we see the most important population sex ratio. 1 is the important question. How to calculate the changing of population? The changing of population depend on the 3 categories, that is the birth, deaths and migration. So next one is the what is the birth rate? What do you mean by death rate? What is the fertility rate? What do you mean by population density, or define population density? These are the most important questions in our lesson. The lesson is the population. Thank you very much.